Pisces. Let's get into a reading. Guys, if you need anything from me, check out that comment section. I've got my oracle cards on Amazon and Etsy. I have my home as well as my closet. You can shop that on eBay. I have my website down there, personal readings. I teach tarot. I've got birth charts. I've got it all down below. Check it out down there, okay? So I had an email, and the email had asked me, can you do a reading around regretting loving someone and feeling like they didn't deserve it? And I was like, you know what? I'll do that. I feel like the person that I'm bringing in, there could have been like a lot of passion, but I feel like it could have been either unrequited or just the type of relationship where once the passion kind of ran out, this person didn't care about you or even love you enough to stay. Now I'm hearing the song, Baby, Why Don't You Stay? I'm down on my knees. I'm so tired of being lonely. Don't I give you what you need? Now, that song specifically is about an affair. I don't know if you're doing affair things. That is up to you. My name's Bennett. I'm not in it. However, I don't feel like this is necessarily an affair. It could be. But you could have felt like you loved someone and that they didn't deserve it. And then you could have even questioned, why won't they stay? Yeah, it was like you were too busy focusing on this person instead of being able to focus out and realize that what you were wanting was not abundant. So you would have had to sacrifice to stay in that relationship. And you have regrets for giving them everything. Because now you look back and you're like, that mother didn't deserve my time, my attention, my love, my kindness. But what you're not realizing is that that relationship served its purpose. It was to get you to focus out, for you to shift your focus. But you were having a hard time when it came to shifting your focus because you wanted to give. You wanted to give, baby. The love that you've been looking for, the love that you crave is the love that you are. I guarantee the people who love you and care about you would say you're so loving. You deserve someone who can see that, who knows that if they gave you everything, that you would be like, baby, I'll give you everything plus more. What you want, what you need, I got you. Yeah. And it was like, what did you want from me? What could I have done to be seen as the one that you should have chose or stayed with? But what you need to realize is that you didn't know this person. You didn't know them. You knew who they wanted you to know. You knew what they sold you. You knew what they told you, but you didn't know the truth. And let me give you an example. A lot of people can say that they know their partner, but if somebody wants to hide something, they can. And a good example would be, I grew up with an alcoholic father. There would be times that he would tell us that he was sober. You would think that he was sober, but he was never sober. And he would go years telling us, oh, I'm sober, I'm clean, I'm good. And then once he died, I found all of his journals and realized that was nothing more than a lie. It was a facade. He was never who he claimed to be. I knew my dad, but I did not know my dad and the demons that he fought. And some of you, I'm giving you that example because maybe you loved an addict. Maybe you loved someone who was more kind of like drawn by the passion. Maybe this is someone you loved for 10, 15, 20 years and you felt like they were always cheating on you. They never seen your value. And now that you're out of it, you're angry and you're resenting them. Why did I love them? They didn't deserve me. They didn't deserve my love. You're right, they didn't. But that relationship was very beneficial for you to see that, one, you never knew them. You knew who they wanted you to know. You knew who they claimed to be, but you never knew the true them. I always heard the saying, how someone treats you when they no longer need you or love you says a lot about who that person truly is. I'm just saying. And it's like you had to give up on this. But now there could be anger and resentment because you maybe didn't want to give up on it. Some of you wanted to keep fighting. Somebody's name could be Troy, Troy. What was supposed to be learned here? The world. Yeah, karmic completion. Karmic completion. This relationship was restricting you from a relationship that is going to nurture you and... Okay, This relationship was getting in the way and restricting you from what you wanted. And the lesson here, the kicker is that you have regrets for loving them because they didn't deserve it. But that's exactly what you were supposed to see, is that they didn't deserve it. You loving them made them seem like they deserved your compassion, your empathy, your patience. But now you're realizing that you were taking advantage of. Some of you, this could have been a marriage. Maybe you were codependent on them. You thought that they loved you, but now that you're out of it, you're divorced from them, you got your shit together, you're realizing, wait, you didn't love me. You loved who you wanted me to be. You loved what I did for you, but you didn't love me. And you didn't deserve the best sides of me. And there could be an energy here where you've learned the lesson. You've learned the karmic lesson. That person was a karmic. And you've achieved. It's like you've gotten the lesson learned. You've achieved that title. There has been success here. And this relationship has really healed you. And I'm saying that it's going to open up a door towards a relationship where this person's going to want to take care of you, and they're going to be compassionate, and they're going to have sincere feelings. You would have never been able to have that with whoever this is. This person was an illusionist. This person could have the tendency to escape their reality. So they could be an addict. They could have an addiction problem, whether it is adult films, substances, always partying, no responsibilities needed or necessary. This person clings to their unhealed child. This person is what they've learned. They're a product of their environment, of what they were taught. And I think this person depleted your energy. I think this person made you feel lack. I think this person could have even betrayed you by, this person could have betrayed you by another situation. This could have been someone where you quit your job, you trusted for them to take care of you, the family, they didn't, and they went and cheated, left you for someone else. I'm getting a very toxic energy with this person, and I'm getting that you're resenting the fact that you gave them everything, and now you look back and you're able to see the damage that they've done. But I think what Spirit's telling you is that you can be angry and you can resent them, but you should feel sorry for them. I'm being honest, you should. This person, it's sad. This person is sad. This person is going to stay stuck in a loop because they're restricted. I see you traveling. I see you going towards fulfillment. I see you taking better care of yourself. I see you getting a lot of achievements. I see you getting some sort of new lover where it's going to be very deep when it comes to emotions. I see that this person who didn't even focus on you, that you regret giving to, could end up focusing on you in the future when they realize how much they're lacking and how much you've gained. I'm seeing that this person's going to recognize that you've really grown. Not everybody chooses to grow in this lifetime. Most people don't want to do soul searching. And if you're doing soul searching and you're growing as a human, as a soul, people who choose not to will be triggered and annoyed by your growth. I am saying that this person is going to eventually see you as some sort of like long lost love kind of energy. Okay. Some of you could even be at a place where you feel like you can never do love again because you gave someone everything and they didn't deserve it, and you never want to get back to there again. What does this person feel now that this is over? I'm definitely seeing there could have been a marriage here or some sort of structure. They're scared of the new. Yeah. The same cards that I just had came out. The same cards where I was talking about them being attached to their childhood trauma and their inner child wounds, but not in a good way. They use it as a coping mechanism. So there's two types of people. There's the people who say, I grew up this way, so I'm the complete opposite because of that. And then there's the people who say, well, I grew up this way, and that's why I am the way I am because I'm the victim and I grew up that way. They're the kind of people who make their future their own, who take responsibility and say, okay, that is my past, but my past does not define me. And then there's the kind who do let their past define them, who feel like they can't be better, do better, or have better because of what's taken place. And I'm getting that could have been this person that you now feel didn't deserve you. It's like when you look back, you think we should have never been together. And if I would have had more self-worth, if I would have had better boundaries, if I would have done A, B, C, or D. Some of you could have just gotten involved because of chemistry. Oh, I like them, they like me. Some of you could have done it because of the plot. Okay, well, I want this, but I don't know, for this person, maybe I'll... No, I see that. And now I'm seeing that this person could have really pushed you into your shadow side for you to do deep introspection. This person could have been mean in their communication. They could have been harsh towards you. They could have deliberately triggered you or try to put you in competition. I'm seeing that this person's mean. What do they regret now about? Okay, well, first off, this person is depleted as hell. They were not saying that you were going to go towards some sort of new start. I am saying that. I feel like this is someone where the relationship got stale or stagnant. I feel like this person did not see that you were going to... I feel like this could be someone who's surprised that you're over them, or they're surprised that you've cut them off. It's like you've started some sort of new, fresh lifestyle. Some of you could have completely moved. You know, maybe this is the kind of person where, let's say that you were in a relationship or married, and this could have been the relationship that changed you. Before this person, you were a lover boy, lover girl. Now, you don't even know if you believe in love. Like, this changed you. And let's say that this is the same person where after you guys separated, let's say you packed up your bag, you packed up your cat, and you moved to, I don't know, Japan. You moved to Thailand. You moved to Australia. You could have completely like got up and moved and been like, I'm done. I'm going to be completely different. When I was with you, I worked a 9 to 5. Now I don't work a 9 to 5. I live in Japan. I do this. I'm living on the land. It's like you're doing something so different. They never seen it coming. And they feel like you have really transformed whoever this is that feels like, whoa, you're not the person I fell in love with or the person that I shared a life with at one point. That's what someone here is feeling. Now, this could have been someone that you tried to get them to give you a chance. This could have been someone you really wanted to go out with. Maybe you tried to get them to date you. Maybe this was a situationship. You thought it was going to turn into something more. You were being patient, but they could have used your patience against you. And now some of you could be mad at them. I'm mad at you because you didn't deserve me. But Spirit could be saying, yeah, that's the truth. But you also need to quit focusing on them and be mad at yourself. You lowered your boundaries and gave this person things that you shouldn't have because you liked them more than they liked you. I know that sucks, but let's be honest, let's be real. We got to be honest with ourselves sometimes. But that could have been a karmic lesson for you. Someone who really likes you and cares about you is not going to ask you to lower your boundaries or what you would need. And that could really be showing you that this person, first off, didn't deserve you, but should have never even been this big a part of your fucking journey. You chose to let them be this big a part of your journey. And that could be the reflection here, is that this person is a broken individual, and most of us are. However, this person makes their brokenness other people's problem and other people's pain, and that's not fair. And I'm saying that this could be something where you're going to make it your mission to never go through this again. I will never love someone who doesn't deserve me again. Next time, they're going to show me that they deserve me because I'm not going to give unless I know what the hell I'm getting back. That's what I'm saying. And what this person is going to see is that they really, because, you know, maybe for some of you, you were in indecision. Maybe this is someone where you kept telling them you were going to leave. I'm going to break up with you. This cycle's over. I'm leaving you. But you never really did it. You said you were going to, but you never did it. And then one day they come home and the keys are on the kitchen table and they're like, damn, you did it. No, not only did you do it, but when you left, you got on a train and you left the country. You got on a plane and you were like, I'm done. I'm out of here. You'll never see me again. You will never hear of me again. I am nothing more than a memory to you. That's what I'm saying. And this could be the same person who's going to realize, whoa, I never seen you taking that action. I was in denial that you were that resilient, that you could start a new life, that you would get over me, that you would. Someone here underestimated your ability to mean what you say what you mean, and go after more. This could be a situationship that thought, oh, okay, well, I'm staying in my comfort zone, so you'll stay in your comfort zone, right? You want me. I'm not willing to bring any changes. You want me, so that means you're not going to bring any changes. But you could have decided that that was the moment that they had you effed up. And that could have ended your contract with them because it was karmic. This person could be wishing that you would actually come back. Actually. If you've looked up this person's social media recently, they know that you've looked it up. Someone here knows that the other one has looked at their social media. I don't know how, but I am saying that. Okay. What do you need to know about this? You need to know that this is toxic. That this is either a trauma bond or that this is a patterned relationship that was meant to keep you stuck for you to bring a change. So you hear me say it a lot on this channel. What we do not change, we choose. Okay, so you can be in the comments down below. I'm with the most toxic man or woman I've ever met. What we're not changing, we are choosing. Okay, so some of you, a trauma bond is also the kind of relationship where maybe you want validation or you want someone to view you through a certain eye, certain lens. And some people could get so caught up on the chase and wanting that person to choose them, see them, value them, that they quit respecting their own self. And it gives really an illusion of a relationship power when there's nothing more than maybe an acquaintanceship or an unrequited aspect. Some of you could have definitely needed to realize that it wasn't necessarily that this person didn't deserve you or did deserve you. It was that there was a trauma bond type of dynamic here, or that you were stuck on wanting a side of this person that they were incapable of being. Okay, you wanted someone who was compassionate and loving and soft. They're harsh. They're hateful. You want someone who's good at communicating with you. Okay, well, when we're in an argument, they don't communicate. They throw shit. You can't make someone what you want them to be. You have to accept them for who they are. And I think that's what Spirit's been wanting you to see, is that this is toxic. It is not ever going to change from toxic. It will forever be toxic because this person is not changing. This person, that's how they cope. And in this lifetime, that's who they're going to be. But you needed to heal your unworthiness and set a boundary and get some expectations. I expect this from you. I expect a conversation. And if you don't give me a conversation, doesn't have to be on my timeline. However, I do expect an adult conversation. You won't have it. I'm out of here. Your presence is not unconditional. They also are not entitled to your presence. You can love someone, you can care about someone, you can like them, you can want to be with them, but that don't mean that you need to be there when they're disrespecting you and not considering you. That's what this taught you, okay? And now the reason you now look back and go, they didn't deserve me, is because you're seeing them through an authentic eye. This is who they've been. This is who they will always be. They're closed off. They're resistant. They're guarded. They're the kind of person where they will protect their security at all costs. And if that means choosing between you and their security, baby, they're choosing their security. Yeah, okay. This person also has a tendency to play the victim. I don't know if you know that, but yeah. So, So what is this person going to get in their future? And then I'm going to wrap this up. I just heard, I can see it written on her face. She's never felt this way. So somebody might be able to tell that your body language has changed, that you're done. There's something about you that's like a lot more closed off now when it comes to giving, because you feel like this person adds to your suffering. Some of you could even feel like this person likes for you to suffer, that they want you to suffer. They want your feelings to be hurt. Have any of you ever liked someone, dated someone, or maybe you just broke up with someone and they know how you feel? You're like, hey, listen, I don't really want to see you with anyone else. It's like you can be open and honest with them, and then they go and do the same thing you asked them not to do, because it's kind of like, well, I want to slap you in the face. That's kind of this person's energy. I'm going to be honest. I feel like some of you felt that this person wanted you to suffer. Now I'm hearing the Tate McRae lyric, don't tease me, you keep me around like it's easy. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, this person was confusing. Give me this person's karma for this, because I feel like this person's going to have karma because of this. Okay, the karma is going to come around their family unit, their home, their stability. So they are going to get some sort of karma, either around their family, their friends, their home, or they're going to attract a partner that's going to be karmic, and that's going to, they could end up going towards a karmic partner that's going to match them. Yeah, that's going to end up leaving them out in the cold, and it's going to end up going towards an ending. They might stay together for 6 months or 6 years. So this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that you have regrets of giving someone everything and you feel like they gave you nothing. And Spirit is telling you that you're correct, but that at the end of the day, you did add to your own misery because you weren't willing to take yourself out of something when you seen clear as day that this person was not nurturing you, taking care of you. That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying that this person's going to get their karma by either working their ass off and they're not going to get the recognition. So let's say that they're doing everything that they can to get a promotion at work. They're not going to get promoted. They might actually get demoted. They're not going to get raises. They might actually be pushed around to multiple companies until all of the companies close altogether. If this person ends up going to a partner, this person is going to give something everything and they're going to think that it's balanced. But what I'm saying is it's going to end up being crumbled because that's going to be their karmic partner. So this person, yeah. And what I'm saying is that whoever they're going to end up being with is going to be mean, like mean, vicious with their words. They're going to get they're going to get their karma with another partner. And that partner is going to be very mean to them. They're going to do shady shit behind them. This could be a partner who's going to hide money, get them in debt, and then leave them. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing like a lot of chaos taking place in their future love life. And I'm seeing an energy of them thinking about one day reaching out and communicating with you, but they feel like that you would be defensive. And they feel like when it comes to your collaboration and your effort, that you're going to be very particular. And, okay, so let's be honest, let's be real. This is a relationship that's crumbling because it was imbalanced. You gave more than you ever should have. And if you wouldn't have been overgiving, it would have failed a long time ago. But because you were overgiving, I think you're attached to something or someone that's not good for you. And I think this weighing itself out is when you have finally let this person go and you're no longer attached. They're going to go about their merry little way. They're going to build something else. They're going to put in a lot of effort and dedication, and it's really going to teach them about moderation, and they're going to pour into this person. They're going to really feel like, okay, I'm getting what I want. But for some of you, when they start going downhill, or let's say that they're in a hardship in their life, let's say that they go get married or they get in a relationship and they lose their job, or they start having a health issue, or heaven forbid, they start struggling with some sort of an addiction, someone's going to say, peace out. Someone's going to protect their ass. That is this person getting mirrored, though. They never deserved your loving, your kindness, your unconditional love, because it was never reciprocated. You would have fought every battle with them, any battle and every battle. You probably did. And they took it for granted. So now they're getting exactly who they are. They're going to have someone that's there for the good times, and when the bad times come, whether it's their addiction hits the peak and shit starts hitting the fan, financially, they could have a hardship, lose their job. They might have to sell the home, move into an apartment. I didn't marry you to have no apartment. Like, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Someone here is going to get their feelings hurt, and it's going to lead to an ending. And it's going to hurt them. They're going to feel backstabbed. They're going to feel betrayed. They're going to feel like they found the love of their life to lose it. But that's them staying in their comfort zone. They stay with the people. They attract the people that they feel the most comfortable with. And that's what I'm saying. And it's a little bit of like, you get what you ask for, and you're getting what you ask for, and now you don't like it. And you might end up hearing about this through the grapevine, is what I'm saying. Yeah, in the future, you might end up hearing around the fact that something went stale or stuck, or that someone got a message of truth, message of bad news. Yeah, Five of Swords, and somebody decided to protect themselves. See, that's what I'm saying. You gave someone everything. And what you don't know is they're going to end up getting it back through another person. That's going to be their karma. It's like they had the Five of Swords when it come to you. So now they're going to get it from someone else. And again, this could be someone leaving them high and dry when they need them the most. They might be having a hard time financially, mentally, physically. That could be the time where this person is going to be left. Sadly, I'm just going to be honest with you. It's really sad. And then someone could communicate with you and tell you, hey, did you hear about so-and-so? Did you hear what happened? Yeah, their husband left as soon as she had a stroke and was in the hospital. He was out. Yeah, he married their nanny. Isn't that weird? Like, that's what I'm saying. All right, leaving it here, guys. Have a blessed day.